What's happening, everyone? That's Mikey. I'm Narby. Time for another session of malt reviews. You guys have already seen those of you who watch all our videos have already seen us do the Macallan 25-year-old from the Boutique company. That was batch 5 of theirs. We're going to do their latest batch. This one is also sold out, but the sample is still available. And this is a 30-year-old, the oldest one, a 30-year-old. Batch 7, this one's bottled at 46.5% ABV from the Boutique company by the Master of Malt. And
the Macallan, baby.
Yeah, this was an interesting one because what was unique about this is there was a bottle left on Master of Malt. And for USA customers, taking out the VAT and with the dollar being really strong right now, this was for USA customers $610. And a week or two prior, it went for at an auction for around 900 pounds. So over $1,000 at an auction, while it's still available for around $600 on the site. It's gone now, but it was very intriguing. Obviously, we really wanted to try it, and we tried the 25, and now we're going to try this 30, which is the latest release, batch 7. And even though these aren't available, so when we're doing these reviews, it still gives us kind of an idea, and you guys an idea of what our opinion on is, kind of what it's kind of like, and then you can kind of pay attention to future reviews, because this was batch 7, there'll be batch 8, there'll be a batch 9, it'll just continuously come out, and it kind of gives us an idea of, does the Boutique company release quality stuff? And that's kind of what we're curious about. We haven't tried a lot of these Boutique company whiskeys, and I'm sure you guys haven't tried a lot of them either. Even if you have, comment below, let us know what you guys think. So this particular one, 30 years old, extremely dark.
Nuts. Espresso.
You see the bottle on the website, and for those of you who've checked it out, it's just like pure coffee, rich espresso kind of dark color.
Yep.
And when you swirl it around in the glass, the legs just glue on, which suggests an aged spirit. So that's just amazing. I don't know if you guys can see or not, but the color on this, knowing that this is natural color, you're almost expecting like a 30 years of a first fill sherried whiskey. It's just really, 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 really dark.
So dark.
So naturally, you think Macallan, really dark, 30 years old, above 43%, 46.5%. You get excited. So, without further ado, this has been breathing for about 20 minutes, and on the nose. This is heavenly on the nose. This is spectacular on the nose. It crystallized dark fruits, milk chocolate, sweet milk chocolate, freshly ground espresso beans, chocolate-covered cherries, rich rum raisins soaked in heavy, sweet, dark rum. Creamy like caramels and rich toffee.
It's unreal.
And a very unique, that Demerara toffee style brown, dark, rich sugar. It's very candied. It's got that rich brown sugar element and that toffee element to it, and those dark fruits, and combine that with this amazing hazelnut and rich espresso, and oh, it's so good. And I know, Mike, I just pretty much said like so much about this whiskey, and the reason why is we discussed this whiskey before the review, and this was all the things we were saying before, and I got right to it. But I'm sure I already know he agrees with everything because he mentioned all those things before as well. But whatever you can add to it, man, this was amazing. This one's amazing.
It's unreal because at first it was like he said, super strong espresso, the coffee, everything he said. But now I went back to it, and I'm focusing on that chocolate, the very unique chocolate, and it's almost like, because it's a sherry cask, the chocolate has become like chocolate soaked oak, like chocolate soaked wood.
Well said.
And there ends up being these, because of the brown sugar, the bridge, the connector, there ends up being these elements of bacon, which then leads to like kind of gamey brown sugar caramelized meats, which is a whole other element to go with it. So just the complexity that we knew it was already there is
brown
just
sugared bacon. As soon as he said
expanding.
As soon as he said it, it's like sometimes when someone else does a tasting note, or when there's a written tasting note by someone or a review, and you read the review or you hear it, and you put it on the nose, and boom, you get it. And I didn't think of that sugar-covered bacon, but as soon as he said it,
it's there.
Cloud. It's big time there, and anyone who knows this would see it. So that's a good note. Really special. Really, really, really special. Wow. Like, we both knows
so
this.
Complex.
The whole 20 minutes while it was airing, occasionally we'd put it to the nose and nose it, of course. And while letting it breathe, and the whole time we're like, why the hell didn't we get a full bottle of this? But it's kind of like one of those things, it's sold out now. It's one of those things where you can't buy every bottle, and you don't know. We love doing samples to kind of figure it out, but this is something that we haven't tried it on the palate yet, but this is a potential auction buy for us, depending on how we think on the palate. But so far, so good.
So far, epically good.
Palate?
Yes, sir.
All right. Oh, man. I love it. I absolutely love this on the palate. It's everything it was on the nose.
Is this scotch?
Yeah. This is everything. You fear that it's going to be too dry, but the way the oak, it's what Mike said. It's milk chocolate soaked in sherry oak, yet it's not too sweet. It's that chocolatiness with that rich oak, but that rich oak is creamy. It's velvety on the mouth. It's not too dry. It's not too sweet. And then you're getting all the rich, dark fruits, and you're getting all the Christmas spice and Christmas cake with that rich hazelnut and the bacon element and the brown sugar element. You combine it all, and it just becomes a gorgeous whiskey.
Crazy.
I like this on the palate better than on the nose almost.
Yeah, man.
It's really, 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 really good.
It's close.
Yeah, it's really, really, really good. I don't know, man. Wow.
Yeah.
I have to put a drop of water on this.
Sure.
Just to try.
Sure.
But I doubt it's gonna make it. I doubt it needs water. I put 2 drops in mine. I'll put 2 drops in yours.
Yeah, it's unreal. I mean, usually when the nose is that good, the palate's going to be at least a point, if not more, worse. And this is right on. It's matching so well, if not even a little more interesting and better, depending on, with time.
It's the surprise element on the palate that got it for me. I don't know if it's better, But the reason why I said better is because I was expecting it to perhaps be too oaky, and I'm judging it with my eyes, right? It's not right to do. That's why a lot of people like say, "Oh my God, look at the color of this whiskey." They think it's going to be really good because it's dark. Well, I judged it with my eyes because it's 30-year-old Macallan, 30 years in cask, suggesting first field because of the color. I'm expecting it to be too oaky on the palate, right? Naturally, and I was wrong, and not too oaky on the palate. So it's a beautiful wood play.
Yes.
So a couple drops of water here,
It's soaked in chocolate and bacon and espresso and
and
brown sugar.
and I'm glad we put 2 drops of water because it's even fruitier.
Yeah, the fruits are coming out.
Orange peel, more toffee, more chocolate.
There's so much in here, man. Oh my god.
Very cakey, buttery, creamy.
Gotta own the bottle. Just watch the whole.
Yeah.
Nuts.
With water, more
Wow.
balsamic, like
Yeah.
very balsamic vinegar.
Yeah.
But a balsamic vinegar that's very sherried and almost cola-like. Extremely candy. This benefits from water.
Yeah.
This benefits from 2 drops of water. Tremendous.
Oh my god. The cola balsamico is.
It's coming out
Super
from the 2
coming
drops
out.
of water. I mean, it's literally just 2 drops of water.
This is a super special whiskey, man. Took a diamond in the rough.
That rich espresso almost becomes like a creamy cappuccino. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, dude. It's nuts. It's nuts. But like you said, we saw both of us. We saw this bottle forever.
yeah,
It was available, but you can't buy them all. But
Yeah.
now we know. I mean, how do you know? I don't know. It's all part of the game. It's all part of the journey.
truly special.
Truly special. Wow. Crazy.
Rich, fruity, just the espresso, the chocolate, the dessert elements with the toffee and the creamy elements and the velvety mouthfeel. Just it's all there. Really, really good. Palate, one more time. You want to chew it. You want to chew the whiskey because you don't want it to end. It's juicy.
Oh my god.
Juicy oak. Soaked. It gets a little more oaky actually on the palate with the addition of water, which happens a lot often. But I love it. I love it still. It's a little more oaky this time around. A little bit more what I would expect. But it's releasing with that Christmas cake. That it's not super spicy. I don't even want to bring up like cinnamon and stuff like that. But it's got that Christmas cake. It's got that meaty, bacony, brown, sugary element. It's got that creaminess. And on the palate with water on the nose, it almost became a cappuccino. Dark espresso on the palate. Leather on the palate. Rich, dark fruits on the palate. Balsamico, cola. Special. Special all around.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
I have a great idea. I know it's only half an ounce, but I have a great idea how I would score this whiskey. The finish lingers on and on and on. It's full impact flavor still. It's not gonna go away. You can just feel it. It's so rich on the palate. Hazelnuts, espresso, chocolate, fruit, creaminess.
Wow.
Not too sweet.
Wow.
Oak play, just beautiful. So So for me, this is a very, very powerful 94 out of 100. How would you score it, Mikey?
The ABV is just so perfect.
Mm.
The complexity. I'm gonna give it a point higher. I'm gonna give it a very strong 95 out of 100.
Yeah.
It's one of the best Macallans I've ever had.
Yeah, this is really, really special. Really cool, and for me, the most exciting part is not trying this, but it's looking forward to more releases by the boutique company. So it's hard not to, if I see a dark sherry Macallan by them again, it's going to be hard not to pull the trigger on a full bottle. So, so yeah, looking forward to seeing what's going to come up by them. This was really, really special. Where the previous release of the batch 5 that we reviewed, the 25-year-old, there was a little confusion. This one, there really wasn't. I feel like even with the half ounce, I really got a great picture of exactly what it was. I doubt trying it 2-3 more times is going to change my opinion. Where the other one, I feel like I needed more time and perhaps more liquid to play with to kind of really figure the whiskey out. This one, it really let me know what it was right away. So really fun to experience this. This sample is still available. I think the sample was, for U.S. customers, it was $65.
Get it.
If you're comfortable spending that much for 1 dram, worth it.
Share it with a friend.
Yeah,
Get it.
absolutely. See you guys soon. Cheers.
Cheers.